Hey, Way Home family, YouTube family, it's Steffi Starr coming at you from the Way Home in South Florida. I am always so grateful to be here with you, and today we're going to talk about being different. It's been a resonant theme for the last few days in and around not only myself, but friends. And in my work, it keeps coming up. I just feel different. I feel like I don't get what's happening. I feel like I don't belong here. And there's a whole lot of that energy right now. And I'm going to tell you why it is. We're in the process of a very profound shift right now. This is something that we've long known was going to happen. This is something that I'm sure many people along the way thought we were already on the cusp of, but the earth is starting to reveal to us, and the weather patterns and the things that are occurring in our atmosphere that are completely out of the purview of the human species are beginning to really wreak havoc and cause profound changes and shifts. And of course, I'm talking about flooding. I'm talking about mega storms. We have the very first category 4 hurricane that's ever formed in the month of June, the beginning. So we're looking at things that, yeah, sure, there's aspects of the shift that we're experiencing that have to do with humans, the collapsing of institutions that we've long relied on, even if we can say we even used to be able to trust, that we no longer trust. Governments, education, the media, all of these shifts are happening, but that's all like people related. That's about us. That's about our own darkness. But now the earth is kind of chiming in, and the earth is saying, yeah, things are shifting, things are changing, whether we want to admit it or not. We are moving towards a time where weather is going to determine refugee status and migration. You know, we're looking at migration on a scale over the next few years, decades even, that is going to solely be a result of weather patterns. We're not going to necessarily be moving around the country and the globe because of man-made calamity, because of wars, because of deforestation, because of the things that we as humans bring to fruition. It's just going to be nature moving us around at will, because there's going to be uninhabitable lands. There's going to be lands that disappear. There's going to be temperatures and storms that keep us from being able to have the lives we always thought. And it's really important to recognize where you fit in. And we don't fit in with what's been normal. You don't fit in anymore with the way it's always been, because like lines are being drawn, and we're having to have awarenesses and come to understandings about the reality of what we're facing in terms of the environment, in terms of the institutions that are crumbling around us, in front of us. France is leaning very far, almost alt-right. Much of Europe has been leaning alt-right for a long time. We here in the United States actually have 2 candidates, neither of whom belong running for the highest office in the land. I don't know if the president of the United States is still the most powerful man, the most powerful position in the world. It was all the years I was growing up. I'm not so sure that that's the case. But even if it is simply the highest office in the land and the chief commander of the armed forces for this nation, neither one of these people should be running, much less belong in that position, need to be sitting at the Oval Office. We have a guy who I guess he means well and spent an awful lot of time as a career politician who wants to save us from the lower natures of ourselves, and that's Joe Biden, but he can't follow a coherent thought for very long. Honestly, I pity him. I feel so sorry for him. I have a lot of compassion. He should just be in a rocking chair on a front porch, surrounded by his grandchildren and his dog and his wife, and be able to live out the remainder of whatever quality of life he has left in peace. Then we have the consummate con man. We have the consummate carpetbagger. We have the guy who is the billionaire for the average Joe. Who is a convicted felon, and whether or not you agree with the fact that he should have been on trial. A jury of his peers, after many, many months, found him guilty of 34 felony counts of a crime. He is a known sexual harasser. He is a civilly responsible rapist. He owes an enormous sum of money to one woman in particular. There are many who have accused him. Yeah, he does not belong running for president. I mean, it's a good thing he has his own company, I guess, because technically he can't get a job now with his conviction at Starbucks or McDonald's or, yeah, certainly not in any kind of fiduciary kind of job, stockbroker, financial planner. He certainly couldn't work in medicine. I have a 30-year background in medicine, and the minute you were arrested and were convicted of a crime, your license was in jeopardy. He can't work most places. It's a good thing he runs his own business and doesn't pay his vendors. There's that. Anyway, we have two people who don't belong running for president of the United States of America. So first and foremost, everything that is wrong with what's happening in our country is personified by these two individuals. Donald Trump is, in reality, kind of the petulant, wounded child come to life and running rampant in the real world. All of us have this aspect in our nature. All of us have that wounded inner child, if we have not done the work yet, who, is the hairpin in every endeavor, who is the barrier in the way of between where we are and where we want to be. And then we have the guy who he's been here too long. He means well. He's probably made a lot of mistakes along the way. Some we know about, some we don't. However, he does not belong running for president either. So we are being faced with two very real, very profound inner aspects of ourselves come to life in the personification of those aspects. Donald Trump is the wounded inner child, and Joe Biden is just the person who's past their prime and needs to understand that his time is over and he should just go relax somewhere with some iced tea and his family. So if you feel like you don't understand what's going on, yeah, you're weird. Yeah, it's you, but it's also not you. We are in a very unique time here on planet Earth as a species. We've been through 6 cataclysms before. So for any of us to be out here acting as if, the world can't come to an end, Chicken Little running around like crazy, decrying what's going on. We've been down this road before. There was no more. And the remnants of what was left from the period of destruction, rebuild and start over. We've done that 6 times. We're coming up to the 7th time. There's no doubt about it. If you don't look out your window, if you don't turn on the news or pick up your phone and realize ish is getting real. Yeah, that's where we are. So that's where this feeling of I don't belong, I don't understand what's happening. Is it me? Am I crazy? Yes and no. Because if you're aware enough to be paying attention to these things, you picked a path before you came here where you had a higher awareness, a higher right, and a higher responsibility to behave accordingly when the shit starts to hit the fan. And that's a lonely place to be. It's a singular place to be. It can be a frightening place to be. But if you pick this path, you are where you belong. You are seen. You are loved. You are supported by energies and forces, real, seen, unseen. And you have good company. You're in good company. I walk that road. I understand where we are. I know that I'm unique. I know that I am a singular entity. I understand what's coming. I understand my role. So TWHIC is the website for The Way Home. The Way Home is an intentional community where you can openly speak your soul language, walk your path, find the tools in nature and our traditions throughout our ancestry that allow us to tap into other altered states of consciousness whereby we get the information we need to live here in this illusion of reality called the earth realm, the 3D form and construct version of reality, but real reality, the 5D, the elevated, the higher, the infinite version of you, has company. It's in good company. You are not alone. It is a singular path, but you do not have to walk it without others who are also on the path, who can share your success, bear your burden, and assist you as you move through this uncertain time. So that's all I'm going to say about that today. You are seen, you are loved, you are supported, you are source energy.